What's up, guys? Devil Dog Gamer here. Today we're going to be talking about Ready or Not. It is closing in on almost 1 year since we've had a major update for Ready or Not. And today we're going to be talking a bit about what they've been teasing for the next update and if it makes it worth the 1 year wait. But before we get started, I would like to thank today's video sponsor. Battle Cat Company, looking for a 2A and veteran-friendly apparel company with awesome t-shirts, patches, and hats and stickers? Then look no further than Battle Cat. They have an amazing assortment of awesome apparel, which you'll definitely find something that you like. Make sure you guys check them down in the description below, click the link, and use code 1776 when you check out. So Ready or Not has been getting a ton of things teased for the next update. This is going to be a huge update with a lot of things like new missions, single player stuff, overhaul of SWAT AI, a lot of really cool things, but it has taken some time. Now, we're going to go over some of the things that they've been teasing, talk a bit about them, and what they're going to bring to the table whenever this game does update. Now, one of the things they are showing off is the new single-player campaign, which they are calling Commander Mode, where you take over as the commander of a SWAT team, and it'll have things like progressive mission unlock, permadeath, roster system, behavioral traits, officer therapy, and HQ expansion and functionality. This is going to have a similar system to what you got in the original Ghost Recon, where you will recruit your officers for the SWAT team, and, you know, something like if they die, they're gone, and you have to hire a new officer, or there's even an Iron Man mode, where if you die, the save game is deleted and it's game over. There's also going to be a psychological effect on your officers. So if you run around these missions being very heavy-handed, killing every suspect, civilians are being killed by accident, your officers are going to suffer. Their mental status will become unbearable. It may lead them to quit, or worse, they may have to seek counseling, so they might have to be unavailable, taking more days off, and you'll have to bring in new officers to cover for them. This will kind of keep you in check. There'll be negative consequences for just being very careless, and your officers will suffer, and so will your team. So this is a really cool addition to the command mode. The police station's also going to be getting a big overhaul for command mode and just for general use. It was kind of useless, and it was just kind of a place to walk around in and not really do much. But now you can actually unlock 5 different areas in the existing station that is totally revamped. You'll be able to go into places like the evidence room and review evidence that you had actually captured from other missions and review them. And the shoot house got a lot more functionality, so it'll be way more useful and be able to do more things in it than you were previously. So I'm actually kind of excited to see that. Also, they're adding a bit of realism to this. Some of your officers in the command mode are going to be on call, so they're not going to be on duty on the days that there's a mission that pops up for a SWAT call. So they'll be at home chilling, and they'll end up showing up to the mission in more casual clothes with their tactical, their plate carrier and their helmet on. So it'll be kind of a variety of what your officers are wearing. Some of them might have been on duty that day. They'll actually have their uniforms and such on, and the guy who had to come from home is going to have more like jeans and a collared shirt and just throw his plate carrier on to complete the mission and do the objective. So it's actually kind of a cool little feature to see, like, hey, one of your guys shows up and he's in jeans while everyone else is in their tactical gear. They're also redoing quite a few maps like farm, dealer, and port to make them a little more playable and better. They weren't really the best maps. They're redoing a lot of them to kind of get them back on track and make them a little better than they were, because some of those maps, especially port, I did not like port at all. It wasn't a fun map to play, so I'm really looking forward to the remake on that. So hopefully we can get some better stuff inside of them, better corners, better rooms to clear. They're also redoing how you can actually pick up gear, so like when a weapon falls on the ground that you have to secure, there's going to be a highlight on it now, so you don't have to go like looking for it. It'll kind of be way more visible. And they've also teased the tactical tablet screen, where you can actually kind of lay out how you want to do the mission, where you need to go, what you're clearing, who's clearing who. This is something I've been asking for a while. I haven't seen anything that shows that you're going to be able to set it up at the beginning of the mission in the briefing, but I'm going to assume if you can bring up a tactical tablet that shows them what the order is and what rooms you're clearing, who's going where, I'm assuming that you can do that in the briefing screen. One cool thing that they are going to add in are trailer units. These are just regular cops that follow behind the SWAT team as they're clearing through rooms. They'll be in the rooms behind them, gathering up suspects, people that they've secured, bringing them out of the building, or, suspects, civilians that have been, secured. They'll be bringing them out too. And this is something that's actually going to be in the game. So back behind the barricade and everything, there'll be other AI officers. And as you clear through certain rooms and you start clearing deeper into the area, if you walk back into areas that you've cleared, you'll see the officers bringing out some of the people you've handcuffed, the suspects, the evidence. They'll be picking it up and taking it back outside of the building. This is something really cool, and it'll be nice to kind of see it in action. It's something that happened kind of off map. So like as you secured people, and the mission ended, it was something that was assumed that was happening. But this is going to be happening in real time in the mission, and it's going to be really cool to see. They did mention PvP. That is something that is going to be coming after this next update. They want to do a cohesive co-op experience before reintroducing PvP into the game. If you remember, the first hands-on I got with Ready or Not was the PvP game mode. I was the first person to show it off, and it was absolutely horrendous. And I'm really glad that got scrapped for quite a while, because that if they would have released that, it would have been the end of Ready or Not. So I'm excited to see it return, but at the same time, I'm glad it's getting pushed back and not included in this update. One of the big things I'm excited for with this update is the new SWAT AI. The SWAT teammates that you roll with in Ready or Not have been pretty terrible. This is all going to change. You're going to be able to do everything from setting formations to setting what side of the door they're going to stack on, people's positions on the stack. Not only that, they're going to be a lot better at clearing rooms. They're going to position themselves in the rooms so much better than they did before to see, actually fill the room, adjusting for its space, 4 different corners, doors, covering different area. They've also shown that they're doing a lot of animation for it, so your SWAT AI will actually look under beds for suspects, peek around corners, check closets. There's a lot that looks like it went into the SWAT AI for this, and I'm pretty excited for them to actually be competent and not just constantly standing behind you and blocking doors and things like that. On top of that, they've done a lot with the suspect AI too, so the suspect AI is going to operate pretty much like the SWAT AI does. They're going to have more freedom of movement. They're not going to just come out in hallways and engage you. They'll try to flank around you. They'll hide around corners. It looks like they've done a lot with it, along with just the graphical overhauls they've done with the VFX, sound design, level design, collisions on levels. They've done a lot of work to make the game, the quality of life of the game, so much better. So far, it looks like they've only showed off one new map, which is going to be the streamer house, where it's going to be a swatting on a streamer. I'm not sure how that's going to work, but it might just be one of those things where it's actually, sometimes it's just a swatting call, sometimes it's an actual call, and you have to discern between the two and take it a little carefully. Looks like that might be kind of how it goes. I think with all the level redesigns, they're not really focusing too much on creating new levels, but I could be wrong. There could be one that they haven't showed off yet, or even just entirely changed missions to where it's going to be something completely different. It feels like a new map. I'm not sure if they're adding any new guns. They probably will be, but I haven't really seen any. One of the things I really hope they do is, right now how you mod in new guns is you replace the old gun. So it's just like a model replacer. I'm hoping that they change that, so that way when you mod a gun, it just gets added to the inventory and it doesn't replace a certain gun, which will open up a lot more doors, I feel like, for them. Same with a lot of different things like gear and stuff. I hope it's just, instead of replacing certain things, it just adds to the list. Overall, I am pretty excited for this update. They say it's going to be end of the year, which assumes it's going to be December-ish, probably right around the corner. I guarantee it'll probably be released within 2 or 3 weeks of this video, hopefully. But it seems like that we're getting a lot of quality of life, a lot of gameplay loop updates, some new goodies here and there. But hopefully it's just a lot of stuff that changes Ready or Not for the best, and provides a nice stable ground for them just to add way more content to the game. A lot of just fixing earlier things that they really weren't happy with, and allowing them to just kind of keep the ball rolling and get some of these missions done, new content, things like that, while the base game just basically is perfect. I think this is probably a really good opportunity for them to push the game forward, and that's why it probably took a year. But who knows? It might come out and it might not be everything that we've been told. You know, my faith in gaming has been pretty crap lately. So I'm skeptical, but I am excited at the same time. But let me know what you guys think about Ready or Not. Are you guys excited for this update? Has it been a little long of a wait? Are you not excited? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Talk to you guys later. Peace.